One of my favorite things about Ginghamsburg Church is our diverse community. As it relates to giving, I know that there are some of you who have enjoyed over the last couple of years being able to give hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. I know that there are some of you during this season of life who on your commitment card can't even put an address below your name. And many of you asked me last week, is it okay during the Beyond campaign, can we give $5 or $10 over the next 2 years? You know what? Either end of the spectrum honors God if it comes from your heart. So we just encourage you to give as God is leading you to give.
Hey friends, the Beyond Initiative is an all-in effort. Not that you got to, but you get to. We want everyone in, no matter where you're at on your generosity journey. It'll cost $16 million over the next 24 months. Now we've said it before, but we'll say it again. That's a big number, but together we would all give about $10.7 million already. Can you believe it? But that's the truth. We're unifying our generosity around one central fund where every dollar given will support both our existing annual mission and ministry, as well as pave the way toward what God is calling us to do next. And the good news is we all get to be a part of it. Every gift we give to Beyond and through Beyond, we can all celebrate the lives that are changed through your generosity, whether it's $1 or $1,000. On your way into worship today, you are handed a commitment card. We aren't asking you to fill it out today. Instead, take it home, pray over it, talk about your commitment with your family or just yourself. We're, like you, going to bring it back next weekend, but today we want to show you how the card works.
First, let's look at Kathy. Kathy is already a very faithful giver. Between her tithe and her giving to the Christmas miracle offering, she gives about $25,000 a year. So she writes that down for her annual giving. Kathy is committing to expanding her giving to Beyond by $15,000 a year, which brings her new 1-year total to $40,000. To get her 2-year total, she multiplies $40,000 by 2 and writes $80,000 on the next line. Kathy is going to give extravagantly to Beyond, so she commits another $50,000 from her investments. She adds $80,000 and $50,000 for a total commitment of $130,000.
Now, let's talk about someone at the other end of the commitment ladder. Let's take Joe. Joe is like a lot of us. He likes to give, but hasn't really made a regular practice of it. He gives about $2,000 annually and then usually gives around $500 to some of the various initiatives that come up during the year. He writes $2,500 on the top line. Today, he will take his next step in generosity, deciding to give every week, not just the week he comes to worship, but Joe's expanded giving is now $1,500. This makes his 1-year subtotal $4,000 and his 2-year total $8,000. Joe really wants to make an impact, so he decides to give a little uncomfortably. He commits another $2,000 from his assets over the next 24 months. Joe then adds his $8,000 2-year commitment and his $2,000 gift from assets to arrive at $10,000 of a commitment to Beyond.
Friends, maybe commitments like these are challenging you in your heart. Lean into what God is doing in you. Maybe these examples seem like an impossible reach. Your giving is between you and God. But friends, every gift matters. And what we are asking you to do is take your next step on the giving ladder, whatever that looks like for you.
So let us challenge you. Who do you want to reach through Beyond? Will you go beyond yourself and take your next step into leadership? Will you sacrificially take your next step on your giving journey? I'm so excited to see how God moves you to give. And I can't wait to see the transformed lives that will come through the Beyond vision. God is able to do beyond all that we ask, think, or imagine.